I'm Bria Comer, and today's topic is Net Unrealized Appreciation, or NUA. This is a tax concept regarding stock that's inside of your 401k supplied by your employer. Many employers today match you with company stock in the form of ESOP, which stands for Employee Stock Ownership Plan. And that match has a cost basis associated with it. And over the course of a long career, with a stock that has performed well, there can be a large delta between the cost basis and the value of your ESOP fund. Many mistakes are made when people decide to diversify from their company stock before they understand the implications. What happens when you sell ESOP is you lose the tax benefit of doing an NUA distribution. So let me give you an example. Someone has $2 million in their 401k, and for today's purposes, it's made up of only two sets of money. Let's say $1.3 million is money you contributed on a pre-tax basis throughout your career. The remaining $700,000 is company match, which is money your company contributed on your behalf on a pre-tax basis. And as I mentioned before, this $700,000 is going to have a cost basis associated with it. For today, let's call that $56,000. You can log into your 401k to access this basis information. If you take nothing else from this video, never sell your ESOP without fully understanding how that NUA works. That's the first mistake we see. Once you sell your ESOP, you can never buy it back. Once you sell ESOP, that money will eventually have to follow IRA distribution rules, which trump NUA distribution rules. Because we can't buy it back, the only way we can rebuild that position is through company match. Selling it permanently commingles it with the $1.3 million of pre-tax, and its future destiny is to be rolled over into an IRA to supplement your retirement distributions. Keeping it in ESOP allows for special distribution tax rules. The second mistake we see is to ever allow those shares of ESOP to end up in an IRA. Once that company match money ends up in your IRA, when you take your withdrawals, everything that you take out of that plan is taxed at ordinary income. For most people today, that's either 24 or 32%, depending on your income level. But historically, it's been 28 or 33%. And we know we're heading back to those brackets very soon. But the IRS allows for a special technique that can only be done while you're separated from service and over the age of 55. That technique is the NUA distribution. And here's what happens. Assuming there's only two pockets of money, the pre-tax rolls directly to an IRA, so that's tax deferred. The ESOP, however, is not rolled over at all. You actually take a distribution. And if you're working for Aetna, you're going to get $700,000 worth of shares of Aetna stock. Now, because it's a distribution, it is a taxable event in the year you do that NUA. But this distribution is not taxed on the entire $700,000. It's only taxed on the cost basis, or in our example, $56,000. So now you have $700,000 worth of stock in the company that you worked for your whole career, and you pay income tax on $56,000 to receive it. When you start dollar cost averaging your way out of the position, you're going to be treated with long-term capital gains on all of those distributions. So today, that would be 15%, versus if you draw from an IRA from that very same stock, that's going to be taxed at ordinary income rates of 24 to 32%. We're very close to cutting taxes in half by taking advantage of this NUA concept. Again, if you take nothing else home from this video today, take home this. Get very competent advice before you sell your ESOP or roll your ESOP to an IRA. Take advantage of this tax break. You have to maintain the ESOP all the way to retirement. From a diversification standpoint, that can be risky. We want to make sure we weigh the risk of having that money in one stock versus diversifying within the 401k. I'm going to give you two examples. You have a husband and wife. He's the only one with a 401k. He works at Aetna, and he has $700,000 of Aetna stock, and they saved $2 million. 35% of their net worth is in one stock, which is a little high. But change gears. She works at Raytheon Technologies. She has another $2 million in her 401k, which has zero Aetna stock. Now, as a couple with $4 million, they only have 17.5% in one stock, so that risk is different. At AdviceOne, we never want you to make this decision to diversify risk in a vacuum. We'd like you to be aware of all of your options. Our experience with a lot of people is that they make very good decisions. Our goal When you know you can make a good decision between A and B, is to point out options C, D, or E, and if those also exist. Net Unrealized Appreciation, or NUA, is another option that needs to be part of your overall planning. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this helpful.